Well, the race to the top of the HPL Pakistan Super League table in Season 9 is well and truly alive today. The Karachi Kings, it's their last outing today up against Babar Azam and his Peshawar Zalmi in match number 29. Well, it's an absolutely gorgeous night here at Karachi. The City of Lights is well and truly lit up here tonight, and we have a lot to play for, because if you're a Peshawar Zalmi fan, you want to make sure that Babar Azam and his men get a win and cement a top 2 position in this edition of the tournament. Now, as we take a little look at the standings as they are at the moment, we know who's qualified, but we do not know in what order. So Zalmi get a win tonight against the Kings. They most importantly get 2 bites of the cherry in the all-important playoffs. And exactly how will they work in this edition of the tournament? Well, it's pretty simple, as it is in most franchise tournaments all around the world. First and second place, you play the qualifier on March 14, and if you win that, you go straight through to the big dance, of course. But if you come second, well, you get a second chance to make it all the way through. You've got to do it the hard way, and you'll, of course, play the winner out of the eliminator on March 15. Yeah, it couldn't be a more exciting night of cricket if you're a Peshawar Zalmi fan. And Karachi Kings, they'll be looking to spoil the party. Aruj Mumtaz and Michael Clark alongside me in the pitchside studio to chat through everything. And I'm sorry, I know you're Karachiite, Aruj. It's not been your year once again. But, you know, how do you reflect on what the Kings' season of success has been?
Well, are you sure I'm supporting them, first of all?
Come on, home girl, come on.
Well, anyway, I think Shan mentioned this right up at the start of the tournament, that it's a 2-pronged feat that they're trying to achieve. A, rebuilding a side under new leadership and some young players, and B, obviously winning those crucial matches and getting those 2 points along the way. And he was quite honest in the previous game that obviously the winning part hasn't come along, but the reshaping has come along nicely. There's a few players that have stood up, but primarily, I mean, if you dissect it into 2 major portions, it's the top of the order. They just haven't got enough runs. They haven't got them at a decent pace, and fielding along the lines, bowling. So it's been a bit sloppy. So irrespective of the personnel, they just haven't fired.
I'll tell you what's been exciting, though. The last few games have all come down to the wire. The blood pressure, Michael Clark, you've just joined us. We've given you a good show, haven't we?
I've seen 2 absolute beauties. I've expected super overs in both games, but we've been close but haven't got there. But look, I think tonight will be tight again. I think these conditions probably bring the teams closer together. The wicket hasn't been as flat and easy to bat as it probably looks. So I think, you know, we've seen a lot of slower balls, a lot of change of pace, spins played a part with accuracy more than the actual turn, and then batters have had to work hard to make their run. So I'm expecting tonight to be exactly the same.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Aruj has been a very busy woman tonight. She officiated the toss a little earlier for us today, alongside with the 2 captains as well. Shan tossed the coin, but it came down Babar Azam's way. Peshawar Zalmi deciding they wanted first crack at this 22 yards out in the middle today, which of course brings us to the playing 11 of the Peshawar Zalmi and Aruj Mumtaz. There is a change today.
Yeah, I think we come to that change. Amal Khan comes in for Peshawar Zalmi. So that'll be interesting to see how the emerging category player plays up there. But he's got this box standard in Saim Ayub and Babar Azam up on top. They score about 45% of the team's runs. And the strike rate, they're both up there in the top 5 in terms of striking ability. It's the middle order, and he touched on that, Babar. He said losing quick wickets was a bit of a concern. But they've got the firepower in the middle. The other thing as well, with the bowling, they've got quality in the bowling, but between that middle phase of the game, they'll want to pick up a few more wickets. So an important game for them, irrespective of where they end up, and just to fine-tune those things come the bigger matches into the playoffs.
Yeah, they certainly want to cement their playing 11. So we take a little look at the Karachi Kings for the last time this season, Michael Clark, and there is a change. Blessing Muzarabani comes out and Aussie Dan Sams is back into the lineup.
Yeah, nice to see Daniel Sams get a crack. I think this format he's been very good in any tournament he plays in, so he'll want to finish the season well. Again, the experience, you look through that lineup, there's so many games of T20 cricket under their belt, so I would imagine on a night like tonight they'd like to finish strong, the Karachi Kings. And once again, the senior players, particularly the overseas players, you want to see them stand up and finish the season well.
You want to finish strong as well. Give the home side something to cheer about tonight. But, you know, one man that's been in fantastic vein of form and in many different aspects has been Babar Azam. And Michael Clark, I wanted to ask you, because He has been criticised in the past for perhaps not striking as well as he should and getting his side off to a flyer. He's increased his strike rate. He's up to 159 now. How do you go about that as someone who's a very technical, very classical player that's been told, you've got to hurry along here?
Yeah, look, Babar's a great player. It's as simple as that across all three formats. I think we've seen it certainly in Test cricket and one-day cricket over a long period of time. And it seems to me now in this format, he's decided he wants to play more shots. He wants to take more risks at the start of his innings. He can play in any conditions around the world. He's as good as any current player in world cricket. And I think the other thing as well, he's probably at a stage of his career where the leadership is helping his batting. I'm actually surprised he's not still captaining Pakistan in all three formats.
And Aruj, obviously, you've been a part of the HBL PSL. You've seen this progression. How impressed have you been with the way that he's innovated his game?
I look at the numbers in the last column. Like the strike rate has gone from just run a ball to 159, just 160. Now that is top notch. That is box standard. That is gold standard anywhere, no matter what format he's playing. And credit to Babar Azam because he copped out a lot of criticism. Some right, some not, some warranted, some unwarranted. But it did come correct because it was a strike rate that was the issue. His stroke play is never the issue, and he's realized that, and he's innovated his game to bring about more shots into his armory to up that strike rate. So I think he's evolved with times, and he's realized he needed to. And I think we keep talking about the top five. He's pushing for one of the top spots in that top five, the way he's going, because of the improvement he's got to his game.
And what I like about it is we know he makes runs consistently, but now he's making them at a quicker pace, which is fantastic. But, HBL PSL is all about finding youngsters. We found another one in Irfan Khan Niazi for Karachi Kings. What have you liked about his performance throughout the comp, Aruj?
I think you have to credit his attitude. He is a gun fielder, and that's one thing you don't associate with Pakistan and fielding. So if we can find a very good fielder in that middle order, he's got that ball striking ability. And again, you see him in the field, his attitude, he wants to take the game on. He's one of those who's a bit of a fiery character, wants to impact the game and is not afraid to play the shot. He's been one along with the experience in that middle order with Karan Pollard and Shoaib Malik, who's actually provided a little bit of impetus and getting them closer to them winning games.
Not bad for 21, hey, Clarky?
Very good for 21. And I think this is a great stage to make your name as well. This is the opportunity you want. Look at the players he's playing alongside as well. So his game will be evolving every day. But to do it at the highest level is not easy. So credit to him.
And quick predictions for tonight, Aruj.
Oh, sorry, Karachi fans. I'm going with Peshawar Zalmi.
I'm going the upset.
Whoa.
I think the Karachi Kings are going to finish strong.
All right, let's see.
I mean, he'll have no fury like a team with nothing to lose, right?
Exactly right.
Either way, I think we're in for a wonderful game of cricket here today. That's all we have time from now at the pitchside studio because ball one is coming up right after this. It's the penultimate day of the round games in the HBL PSL Season 9. Will it be Babar Azam and his men, or will it be the Karachi Kings spoiling the party and giving them two bites of the cherry for the playoffs? Plenty of action coming up right after this very short break. You're not going to want to go anywhere. Ball one is up next.